Hi everyone, this is Norman Kochnick here. Just a bit of a preview to the match. It's can't put my head on to what ourselves a semi-final booklet here. Not semi-final, the final booklet actually. Still waiting for people to come on, so we've got, this is the final. Can you all hear me, guys? You can see, yeah, glad Max has broken his leg, which is quite a shock. Unexpected. So England are playing, of course, against Pakistan in the ICC Men's T20 World Cup of 2022. It's going to be quite a big deal. No Indian crowd, no Indian team. The South African team, unfortunately, the word choked is the only word that's being used. No Australian team, of course, they were disappointing all the way around. And no New Zealand. Also fell over at the last hurdle of the semi-final. Really should have been here playing against either of these two sides. But in fact, they would have probably played England in the final. That's probably what they were predicting. But it was either England versus New Zealand, or it could well have been India versus Pakistan. Well, it's turned out to be a combination of both. Pakistan versus England. And what will be an absolute rip snorter of a match. I can't see any issue at all here with the ground itself. Looking at some here. And 2% on that's not very much percentage, you know. I have to step outside. In a minute. Easy, that's not going to work. It's building up very nicely indeed. Go England as an Aussie. Don't want England to win, take the up. Being an Aussie doesn't mean I want to go for either side really, but I'd actually, my heart says Pakistan. My gut feeling feels there's going to be. So my heart feels it's going to be Pakistan. My gut feeling says. Again, my heart says Pakistan. My head says England. That's probably the best way of looking at it. It'll be very interesting to see what happens, what takes place. There's a lot of discussion about teams and structures we'll find out before too long. But yeah, boy, my side, this has been a long campaign. Started with India versus Pakistan at the same ground at MCG, in which India actually beat Pakistan. Look at it now, Pakistan in the final, India are not. So things can turn around. Then India went to Sydney and played the Netherlands and beat them pretty comprehensively. And then they went to Perth and played South Africa and lost quite comprehensively. Then over to Adelaide where they played Bangladesh and won quite well. And then came here again to the MCG with 82,000 people and India beat Zimbabwe very convincingly. Momping in the semi-final as the top of their group. Unfortunately, in the semi-final, in Adelaide, they got beaten resoundingly by England 1-170. And yeah, I'm kind of shocked the system having England now in the final against a rampant Pakistan who basically snuck through when they were beaten by India early on and they had another loss against Zimbabwe. Then somehow, miraculously, South Africa got beaten by Netherlands. They opened the door for Pakistan to make the semi-final and play against England at the SCG during the week, and they won that match against England, against New Zealand at the SCG, and they beat them quite comprehensively again, and ended up in the final. Amazing. Sabir Padisi, how are you? Who will replace Maxwell? Aaron Hardy? I don't think so. Aaron Hardy's not into the mix. But yeah, and Glenn McGrath's, not Glenn Maxwell, sorry, for some time it's quite a disappointment. Indeed. Lots to be said about this game. At this point in time, India should have been here, so should have New Zealand. They both are not. England, Pakistan. And realistically, Pakistan count themselves very lucky as well, but they're going to take the advantage and they could actually keep the momentum running and they could end up having what would be an amazing situation where they actually can. They basically have a situation where they will be in contention here for an amazing World Cup opportunity. Let's be honest. I would argue that both these teams now deserve to be here and they deserve to be given every chance to win, and it's going to be very close. My prediction still is, and it's very clear, that England need to win the toss and bowl first as they did against India, and that would be the best way to go. And I think in the case of Pakistan, they could also win the toss and send England to the bat, bowl first, bowl well, maintain a total, and then in the end have a situation where they have the Baba Azams and Mohammad Rizwan bat well, and they end up having a situation where they win the match. So that's both hold the cards. Is it raining here currently? No, it's overcast, but it's not raining. Which team are you supporting? So there, my heart says Pakistan, my head says England. That's the best way to describe it. Both teams worthy of winning. I'm supporting Pakistan with my heart, and head tells me England, but I don't know whether I can really rely on either one of those methods of decision making, because I don't think there's any certainty in this game at all about either side. So there you go. Which team are you supporting? Zabir? I'm going to guess and say that you are supporting Pakistan, and rightfully so. You're magnificent thing of Pakistan. Not forgetting in 1992 won a World Cup, not necessarily this World Cup, but a similar World Cup, and probably deserve to be in this neck of the woods. Let's wait and see. Got a number of guests who have asked to come on. They probably aren't awake at this point. It's Saturday in the morning in England. Very early in the morning. I'm sorry, guys. I've had a pretty ragged little period here. I'm not suggesting anything, so we'll just do a moment while I put the phone down. Just slide. So I will read out what's happening there for Maxwell. Let's the latest on Maxwell. Let's have a look. Okay. Maxwell was out for an extended period of time after breaking a leg in a freak accident. All-rounders slipped while running in the backyard of all places. Sean Hubbard replaces him for the English ODIs. Glenn Maxwell has been ruled out of cricket for an extended period after suffering a broken leg in a freak accident at a birthday party in Melbourne on Saturday. Maxwell fractured his fibula and underwent surgery on Saturday. It doesn't happen that he slipped while running in the backyard while the person celebrating the birthday, and Maxwell's leg became trapped with neither person intoxicated. There you go. So poor Maxwell. Jack Delgado, who is the favourite to win the World Cup according to you? Now, I've said this, and I'll say this again and again and again. It's going to be, my heart tells me Pakistan, and my head says England. That's what I will say. That's the way I'll break it down. Jack Delgado, that's what I reckon it will be. My heart says Pakistan, my head says England. And that's probably where it'll start and finish. Sam Islet's asking Aaron Harding why is he not selected. I don't think he's not there yet. Let's be fair. He's not there yet. He is just not there yet. People are milling around at the ground here at the moment. It's as though the fair crowd, I don't think it'll reach the same capacity as what we've had with the India Zimbabwe match of 82,000, and certainly not the India-Pakistan match of 90. At the Optus Stadium up there at WA, they had some 44. Adelaide around the 30-odd mark, 35 might have reached, and Sydney around that same sort of mark for the match there. So all the matches have been well attended. Indeed. So my favourite is Pakistan with my heart, but my head tells me England's probably more likely. Remember, it's going to come down to one thing, and one thing only. Who bowls first? Who wins the toss and decides to bowl, putting the other team under pressure, getting them a total of the board and then running it down. And Pakistan and the likes of England are capable with their opening partnerships of Hales and Butler combined with Babar Azam and Rizwan. They're both capable of getting titles. Babar Azam and Rizwan got an unfortunate title recently, and now we have none for 170 from England, so both capable. Sarai, Guthrie, hello Norman, nice to see you again. I'm up with their news. My father has a superpower that he can fly the air. This would be a reality. Is that right, Jake? Shaheen versus Hales Butler, big yep, and Butler versus Shaheen, powerhouses. Certainly some really big things can happen there with it. Certainly. So the journey has gone following India, as I said before, following India from Tayyab Al vlogs. They pick some of them. I'm hoping they will. I hope they do. Let's hope they do. But Butler and Smash Shane not even. Let's hope we see that. Very relaxed. So yeah, I mean, the Pakistan bowling line with Sheen, Afridi, obviously Harris Ralph, Nasib Shah, and other heavier bowlers there. They've got some depth there for sure. Sam Hazel, the very first ball he reckoned for 6, I don't think so. If there's no rain, well, bowl first, definitely bowl first. Liam innings will be crucial. Liam Livingston, yeah, Devendra and Gajjar, I would agree. Very, very exciting. Indeed. There was a number of crucial innings. Moeen Ali's was crucial innings. So was in the Pakistan line above Azam or Rizwan, and then you got other Shadab Khan. He's amazing. Pretty interesting coming on. Mark Wood played that. Mark's likely to play with cover sufficiently. It's rarely Guthrie. As well in Melbourne right now. Very overcast, but no rain. No, not a drop of rain. We've got a final happening here, guys. It's happening. There's no day tomorrow to be played. The game will start today and we'll get at least enough overs in there to decide a match. No doubt. I'm actually going to drink, guys. So I just posted no rain all day. And a very relaxed atmosphere here. People are gathering. It's what time is it? It's carrying on. Right with the toss as it comes closer. Guys. So no rain today, that's what I speak of. There's an overcast nature of the ground, but it's not rain-worthy at all. We're getting a full game here, guys. Full game. The closing ceremony here at MCG. Well, it was a bit of a closing ceremony, I guess. I'll just come back.
You want me to take that chair for you?
Yeah.
Great.
as women are playing their IPL at the moment. We will be playing next year at the men's. BBL's done soon. WBBL's on now, which is being overshadowed by this tournament, unfortunately. The weather is certainly overcast, but not heavy clouds, quite light, overcast nature. Rain's unlikely, especially during the game. Maybe the rain later tonight, maybe in the morning, but it'll be way too late for the stage. Lots of people here all dressed for the Pakistan win. A lot of people here also for the England side, but more Pakistan. I've just heard that the crowd is likely to be 75,000 people. 75,000. Thank you very much. Ask questions, guys. Hats off when you come inside the women's area. That's the wrong way. No closing ceremonies on board. Please feel free to approach any of this. You lost a pair of parents, please approach the person with stuff and so we can realise your question. Just inside. Expecting a few guests on, but I'm not sure when they come on. There was no rain out there at all. It's very overcast, but it's awesome. It's already 5:30, so it's quite late. Involved with the post show with Rev Sports as well as playing on the platform. So watch out for that. So I get to see a lot of it, a lot of great play, a lot of discussion. So harsh strike. What is the winning score according to me? You can't go less than 180. In fact, I think 200 is a winning score. Anything less than that will be gettable with the likes of Butler and Hales. And it was one of Bubba was on the summer, so I would say ideally 200, but 180 will make it I mean, it's not going to be competitive. So who will win the World Cup? Tushar Solanki. I'm saying Pakistan with my heart. Head England. Pitch conditions in Melbourne ground. Tushar Solanki. It's just a drop-in pitch, slightly used, but in good nick. We'll have a lot of carry. It'll be worthwhile. I'm saying that Clyde is a good place for the fence today. I think so. Definitely. Absolutely. I agree. Totally. Keep asking questions, guys. I'll answer. Selecting. You've got to watch that before I know that. England could well win a World Cup today, as well as Pakistan. Shouldn't discount that. Whom you're supporting from? My heart says Pakistan and my head says England. Our earth has been involved and Trevor's head being returned is probably visual. So what's interesting today, Liam Wilson played World Cup and he was very nice with it. Okay, there you go. Liam Wilson will play the World Cup. Let's hope for England that he does. Quadra is 35. Yeah, Quadra is 35 years old. Some of the other good players. I wouldn't discount him. Let me just post it on here. So let's see what this was. Roger's 35 years of age. Ahead is age from Philip, age from and he also can overcome Liam Livingstone, the most dangerous player in T20 cricket. He also played big patch for Perth. He does. I want to see how he is. So ask questions, guys. Very important. People streaming in and see any guests coming in. Liam Livingstone, the most dangerous player. Well, I would ask maybe Alex Hale and the likes of Butler are much more dangerous. Livingston certainly is no one else Livingston. Sam Curran's just works in his day. Chris Jordan. Adil Rashid. Full players. Harry Brook hasn't really showed it in the series, but he's there as well. Milan's not playing. He may be playing so much. Or Salts. That's the question we'll be asking very soon. In the case of Pakistan, I can't see any changes at all in this. Raring to go. So this is selected. Social distancing is still being performed. Fillingham will get injured or Fillingham will. Please ask our friendly MCG staff and assistant and direction for news. For Saturday. There you go. Antisocial behaviour. Don't let antisocial behaviour exist. What is antisocial? It's an example. Parallel outfit there from England. teach me. ISIS men's teach me the World Cup. Right here. So again, Baba Azam's team with Rizwan hope to win the toss and bowl first and unleash Shaheen Afridi, Ralph, Muslim Shah and Co against the England bowlers, but batsmen, and only Butler and Hales, and they can get them out cheaply. To the back and wish all the Milan's play with Milan's playing, get him out too, then they'll be on the back foot. Interesting development. The other way around. With, of course, the likes of Pakistan and toss. Sorry, England and toss. And also bowl first. Unleash Mark Wood and Bob Razam and Islam and get them out cheaply. Could see it in the result. Incredibly around. So the rest of the crumbling in the shield. Just over an hour to go. So, with minutes, about an hour away from the play, we are looking at a pretty reasonable. Weather is still overcast. No rain, sleep whatsoever. We're half an hour away from the toss, so the team makeup. go outside for a while. The ground is in great order. No rain at all. The game's going ahead. It'll be on. Don't worry, it'll be on for sure. Glenn Maxwell has broken his fibula in a freak accident in his friend's backyard. A birthday party, had it operated on. It's terrible. So, did you have that through all over his own friend? Silly. No alcohol, though. I wasn't drunk. It was sheer accident. He's out for a few months. Well, indefinitely, anyway. I was shocked. This is the final of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup between England and Pakistan. My heart says Pakistan, my head says England. Whoever toss, bowl first. The team who bowls first should be able to bat second and mow down the score with openers like Rizwan and Bubba or Hales and Butler. It should have cleared. Watching on it. I don't think it's going to happen. It's overcast, but no sun in the rain. Morning, afternoon, evening, or just logging on. Hello, Munchie. I'm the only one here. I haven't seen any sign of Richard Vernon or Chris will be here later. Well, as later in the week, probably Tuesday. David Graven is supposed to be here. I'm not sure why he's not. Maybe I'll just check whether his emails are coming through. Maybe going to another spot in a minute to cover this. Reg said 7:30, which is what? 6:30 my time. It's 6:30 p.m. here. I might actually head out. What time is it? It's 7:06, which is on the same morning. Glass of Coke. I've just my World Cup hat. I've got my World Cup book. There. Final team. Australia smacks on this thing. Should go a few. Look at the MCG. Our Earth is best, my name. So Munchie, why don't you go in camera? We're going inside a minute. Just got to it's one of the feelings. This is a huge match, guys. We all know how huge it is. Toss will happen in about 24 minutes' time. Team selections, well, maybe we can change it. Mark Wood will probably come back in. I think at the expense of Chris Secure as forecast. Mark Wood will probably come back in. For sure, it'll be out. Hales has a weakness. Except maybe comes out with the Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Norman. How are you, fella?
Good. I'm just relaxing here. I've got my cap. I've got the booklet there. The booklet which says World Cup final. England there. All happening.
And what's your take on it, Norman? What's going to happen today?
Okay. There's Eddie Maguire. My take is that, first and foremost, my heart is with Pakistan, but my head is saying England, which means...
How can your heart be with Pakistan, Norman?
Sorry?
How can your heart be with Pakistan? You're English.
I'm Australian. I can't go for England.
You're Australian, therefore you're English.
Now listen. So, okay. The toss will become important, not because of the pitch conditions, but I believe strongly that the winning team will bowl first, and they'll send the opposition to bat, and then they'll mow down the score, whether it'll be Baba Azam or Rizwan or a Hales Butler effort. They're all talking about Liam Livingstone being significant because he does well against Pakistan. So that's another part. I mean, the opening bowls of Shaheen Afridi, Harris Ruff, Nazim Shah will be very important, and England will be relying heavily on Mark Wood playing. So the all-important opening overs of bowling to restrict the opposition to a total below 180 will mean they'll win. Anything close to 200, they're going to have a difficult run chase. The weather is it's overcast. It's overcast here, but not a drop of rain all day. So the game will go on as per schedule.
Do you think it might swing, Norman?
Yeah, a little bit. It could well swing.
If it swings, England might just play David Willey rather than Mark Wood, you know? I'm not saying they will. I haven't heard anything, but he's extremely useful with the new ball if it's swinging.
Well, it's Mark Wood's day. He's got to get at the early Pakistani batsmen. He's got to get rid of Bubba and Rizwan.
Yeah, but he doesn't take the new ball. He won't bowl with the new ball, Mark Wood. He'd come on first change.
He'll get on early though. He'll get on early. He won't be held back that far.
Yeah, maybe they'll go with Wokes, won't they? Wokes and Curran usually up front.
So Jordan's out of
I
Woods.
don't know. I mean, he bowled pretty well the other day.
And he fielded well. Chris Jordan's a gun fielder.
He's got the best pair of hands in world cricket, Chris Jordan. He doesn't drop a thing. He took a brilliant catch in one of the group games on the boundary. He's just he doesn't drop a lot, Jordan. He's good.
So they're expecting 75,000 here today.
Yeah. And is the weather going to hold? They're talking about it potentially being interruptions.
It's actually pretty clear. It's overcast, but it's clear. It's significantly clear. Hasn't dropped. The weather forecast has been completely wrong, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
I
good.
shouldn't say completely wrong. It'll probably rain later tonight, but they'll get enough of the game in before the rain sets in. So you'll get a result today. There'll be no postponed match at all.
That's good news. Certainly what happened earlier in the tournament was unprecedented in Australia, wasn't it? With the 3 rain-off games.
Well, there's a promise of it. They're saying the ESPN Cricket Info is saying there's a promise of an epic final. I think we're going to see an epic final. I really do.
I don't think we will see an epic final. I think there's only one hope of there being an epic final, and that's if Bubba and Rizwan do anything. If they don't, then it's going to be a very one-sided final. England will absolutely wipe the floor with Pakistan. They're absolutely reliant on the 2 up top, as been proved in the rest of the tournament. Unless it's a really sticky, difficult wicket to bat on, which of course brings everything closer together.
It doesn't look that way at all. It's been pretty true. The MCG's been a pretty true pitch throughout the whole tournament. Actually, it's a drop in, so it's manufactured to last. I think it'll be conducive to good stroke making, but the conditions weather-wise, as in the overcast nature, we'll probably see some good bowling from either side. And it's crucial that the team that wins the toss bowls. Crucial.
Yeah, but I do think that if Bubba and Rizwan, who are fantastic, don't both get runs, then Pakistan's batting is not good and it's not quick enough. That's the problem. It's the same problem as India have had and New Zealand have had. They aren't going quick enough early doors. They haven't adapted their game as they should have done.
Hello, Munchie. Welcome.
Good morning, Norman. Good morning, Rich. Good morning, everyone. And my apologies for being absent for such a long period of time.
Where the hell are you, Munchie? It's bloody dark here. What's going on there? Looks sunny.
I thought I'd show some pictures of sheep to make you feel at home in your new surroundings on the Wales border.
It's one of those green screens again, isn't it?
Exactly, yes.
Now, hang on. I'm just going to quickly sort something out.
So, Munchie, I was just saying, I think if Rizwan and Bubba don't perform for Pakistan, I think it's going to be a very one-sided final.
Yeah.
Well, 20 overs, anything can happen. I know if Motion was here, I'd say the same thing. I know what I want to happen is to England to bat first, score over 200, and then Pakistan to be 50 for 4, and then I could stop being nervous. But it's a final. Anything can happen. You've got some two teams that have played well, so therefore justified their existence in the final. I know it's not the final the organisers would have wanted. They would have preferred an India versus Australia final. But while I was waiting for Snap camera to sort itself out, I was listening to what you were saying earlier about what's England going to do with the team. Will they play Mark Wood? I don't think they're going to play Willie. I'd be surprised. You could say that by playing at the MCG, a much bigger ground, playing someone like Willie may give you opportunity for people to get caught on the boundary. But if Norman said it's been a nice dry day today, and the pitch is the same that England played Afghanistan on, which was hard, fast, and bouncy, then you could see Mark Wood coming in.
Oh, I agree. Absolutely right. But if it's going to swing, if it's heavy overcast conditions, Munchie, it might just be that Willie comes into the equation.
It could be a bit of a pun, actually. It could be the curveball that Pakistan weren't expecting. But England have been pretty stable throughout the tournament. The changes for the injuries. Butler and Hales performed amazingly well in the last match. Nobody predicted that. But we'll see what happens. If Jordan plays, the bowling is strengthened, the batting is strengthened, the bowling is strengthened. Sorry, the fielding is strengthened. So it's too early for me, Norman. And yeah, if Rashid plays, he'll be batting number 11, a bit like they did against India. But I think Mark Wood coming in strengthens that bowling as much as Chris Jordan is a gun fielder and a good slapper of the ball when he's batting. He does have a tendency to be a bit wayward at times. We saw that with Hardik Pandya at the end. Just a couple of full tosses at dispatch into the ground. Adelaide on the atmospherics and the fitness of everyone. I don't think Milan will play, judging by the way that he limped off. I think Phil Salt will still be in the team. Mark Wood apparently just had some muscle stiffness, so I'm sure the physios and the masseurs would have got to him trying to loosen that up.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. So just quickly, I said it earlier, my heart is with Pakistan, my head is with England. That we are looking at a deja vu of 92. I know it wasn't 50 over, it's 20 over, but is it going to happen again? Is Pakistan going to win on this day?
But Pakistan could well win. It's all you need is a couple of bad overs in a T20 and you're behind the game. 50 overs is slightly different. If Pakistan win, then fine. Good luck to them. I just hope that we don't have any controversial decisions and the best team wins. And that's and I'm sure that most of the watching population will be wanting to support Pakistan. Perhaps not those in India for political reasons, but from a cricket side, they'll want the underdogs to win because based on England's performance against India, I'm sure England are the favourites.
Yeah, I just heard a bit of a roar. I think the players are coming out. Let's have a double check now.
I think the toss is going to happen soon. I've got the live coverage on in the UK. Munch, it's on Channel 4 live, free to air.
Yep.
And NASA's just done a pitch report saying it's a little bit too it's some green patches and some bare patches, but he thinks it's going to play well. So Norman's right on that. And if that is the case, they'll play Mark Wood.
Yeah. Is it a new pitch or it's a reused drop in?
It's not a totally new pitch. I don't think. I think the pitches have been rotated around in the middle square, but it's very it's good as new.
It looked all right, Munchie, on the pitch report I just seen.
True drop in.
I know we've been talking about our own bowlers and Mark Wood and the guys looking at the threads here are very true. You've got Shaheen, you've got Nazim coming through, equally pushing the ball through, perhaps not at the same rate that Mark Wood is doing. But it's going to come down to the line and lengths that you're bowling at. It's all very well bowling at 90 miles an hour plus, which to us mid-middles is like lightning. But to top-level batsmen, certainly someone like Babar and Rizwan, and then Butler and Hales, you just slightly off line or slightly off length, and that ball's going to be dispatched. So it's going to come down to bowling quick and accurate.
Yeah. And Shaheen has a fantastic record in the first over. He's got a wicket in the first over 1 in 3 times he bowls, I think the stat was, which is unbelievable. So, he's a danger, definitely a danger. And of course, the leg spinner to England is, always a danger. So Shadab could go through us. You never know.
But this is where England have the flexibility, and they spoke about this against Sri Lanka as well, was bringing in the left-handers of Moeen Ali and Ben Stokes against Hasaranga. To then break up that impact of the leg spinner. But you're right, Reg. England notoriously against leg spin are not brilliant. But then someone like Rashid in the last couple of games has come through to the fore and bowling brilliantly well.
Yeah. So look, talk about Australia for a moment. Talk about South Africa. Talk about New Zealand. They're all out, and India for that matter as well. Pretty disappointing about Australia, that's for sure. But South Africa bloody choked so badly. Jesus.
Yeah, South Africa was a shock after the start they had and the opportunity that they had. Australia could have been if buts and maybes, but they were trounced by New Zealand. And then they had the game against England was rained off. So we don't know if England or Australia would have won that game. So we'll never know. But you look at it, I thought the Australian batting was weaker. The bowling was good, but I thought there were too many batsmen that were off form.
Australia can't let it go, Munchie. It's something that is rare, and it's not something you usually say about an Australian cricket team. They can't let the old guard go and bring the new guard in anymore.
It's interesting, yeah.
With it.
Yeah, I completely agree. And actually, there's a clip going around viral at the moment with Mark Taylor and Ian Chappell, and they're talking about the Australian Test squad for the West Indies, and the likes of Khawaja, 36 plus, Warner, Smith, and they were banging on about the older players and the fact that you've got Marcus Harris coming in as a floater, and is Travis Head justifying his existence in the Test squad? I think are the selectors not looking at the Shield cricket, Norman?
They're tossing. They're tossing.
Oh, are they?
Very early, and the first
early.
man to talk is
Ravi Shastri sounds
Josh
excited.
Butler. Josh Butler looks like he's won the toss. Josh Butler's won the toss.
Oh, good.
We're going to have a bowl, guys.
Very early toss.
Butler's a good guy,
Yeah.
Sorry if everyone's just listen to what Butler's got to say.
They're talking a lot, but I'm assuming I can't imagine him changing his tactics after the semi-final.
Watching him live talking, I'll tell you what he says. If Munchie's listening as well.
No, I've got a slight delayed feed at the moment. I'm upstairs, so I'm not watching it on live on Channel 4. I think the interesting thing is England bowling first, because we know that they do like to bat first. God, that much of a delay. It'll be teams.
Same team, guys. No Wood. Jordan plays.
Right. So it's the same team as the semi-final, is it?
Okay, yeah. So there's no change. So Wood's not playing. Okay.
I bet Phil Salt's nervous. Crikey. He hasn't faced the ball in the final in the tournament yet, has he? Phil Salt.
Well, the team was good enough to win the semi-final, so they should be able to be good enough to win the final.
Yeah.
Oh, Mark would be absolutely gutted, won't he?
He would be, but we know from his interviews and things, the sort of jovial player he is, he'll want for the best for the team. He'll know that if he's not fit enough, then you want to have 11 fit players out there.
Yeah.
Very unselfish. So England unchanged, win the toss, elect to bowl first. There we are. Okay.
Yeah.
Bubba's being interviewed now. I don't know. I imagine they'll play the same side, Pakistan, won't they?
So the toss and bowl first. Yeah, that's a pretty good omen for England. I'm telling you, that's set the scene very nicely for England to win this. Honestly, I'd be hard to go against them now.
Yeah, but if Babar and Rizwan get going, they're two quality batsmen. I know England have had the wood over them over the last few years, or the few games. You had the tournament in Pakistan, and I can't wait for the series after this. When England go back to Pakistan, we can't wait for that. So fingers crossed for that. But these are quality batsmen. We shouldn't be writing off Pakistan and saying, "Oh, England are going to win this easily." Certainly not. I'm not. As I said, I prefer, if England get up in the game and then I could relax, but these are quality teams. They've got there for a reason. They both had an iffy game, which was obviously the Zimbabwe and then the Ireland game for England, but these are still quality players. If you look at the top 10, the batsmen Rizwan and Babar are up there, so let's not just think England are going to win this easy.
Did I hear you say they'll win it easy?
No, I'm saying the opposite. I'm saying I don't think it's going to be England to win it, or we should not assuming they're going to win it easy. Please do not put words into my mouth, Norman.
Selective hearing.
You're wrong, Munchie. You're wrong. You're wrong, Norman. It's going to be England are going to win this easily because Pakistan won't be able to pace their innings the same way that New Zealand can't, and the same way India can't. They haven't adapted. The game's changed.
I'm just looking at the team. Sorry, Reg. So it's Rizwan, Azam, Harris, Masood, Ahmed, Nawaz Khan, Wazim, Shah, Ralph, Afridi, and England, Butler, Hale, Salt, Stokes, Brooke, Livingston, Ali, Curran, Wokes, Jordan, Rashid. So pretty much the teams that played in the semi-finals.
Yeah. All right, guys. We're going to have I need to get out of here. I need to have a little man's break before the game starts. I'll let you guys go a little bit early so you can go and settle down in your coffee cups. And we'll see you after the match. All right?
Yeah, no
Go and have a cup of coffee. Yeah.
Cheers, Norman.
Thanks, guys. So let me get this clear. Munchie and Reg Vernon are both, Banstead Boy are both quite unequivocally, arrogantly, perhaps a little bit too, expecting to win the match. Is that
I
right?
did not say that, Norman. How dare you?
I think England will chase 140 or less.
It wasn't
and win
what you said, it was the background that gave you that impression.
There you go. There's prediction, Norman. 140 or less and chase it in 16 overs.
All right, guys. I'll see you both after the show, all right?
All right, cheers. Cheers, Munchie. Have a good one, fella.
Let's hope we have a good game. Thank you.
Gloating, one of the two.
Sorry, Norman?
I said I want to see you crying or gloating after the show.
Have a good one, guys.
It'll be one or the other, put it that way. All right, man.
Enjoy your time, Norman, at the stadium. I'm sure the atmosphere will be great. Right. Yep, Earth.
Alan.
Yo, dude.
I didn't see you there, for God's sake. I didn't see you there.
I've been sitting here waiting. I'm thinking you're ignoring me. I thought don't do you think I'm going to say something bad? No, I've just been sitting here, got the iPad on, watching the teams. Shaheen.
So you just heard Munchie and I talking about the fact with Reg that England have won the toss, elected the bowl, and
yeah.
The reality is that that's a good thing, isn't it?
You know what? I was thinking about that. Yes, it is. Runs on the board, final, lots of nerves, right? This is where the mindset comes in. Remember I said to you before, and to borrow it, slow the game down, gather your thoughts, think of the process, not the outcome. Think of that ball I'm bowling, that ball I'm facing, not the whole thing. The crowd, the TV, the atmosphere, the occasion, history. Tender in the nets. There's the ball, there's the batter. It's who holds their nerve. Having runs on the board is good, I think, in a final, but there's who holds their nerves. And you know what? I've had this all day, Norm. I don't know why. I just think that Shaheen Afridi is going to do something. I don't know why I think that. I think he's going to pull something out of the hat that'll be, I don't know, quite remarkable. Not mind-blowing, but if the game's in the balance, give him the ball. I would. That's just, I don't know, just a gut feeling I've got. Could be West Macram at 92. I don't know. It's just a gut feeling. But I'll tell you what, I sent you a message on, I know you got to go. I'll let you go in a minute. Read your WhatsApp. Wood not playing, you reap what you sow. You can't turn and go, I'm a bit stiff and sore, so I'll miss the semi. I don't think so, pal. Unless my head fell off, you're not keeping me out of the team if you're picking me. That's it. Unbelievable. So he's had a bit of a shocker then.
What's your prediction? With England bowling first, no change, no mark.
With England bowling first, Pakistan lineup's a good lineup. It's going to, I think I've thought this for a while. It's going to be the Pakistan bowlers, whoever comes in on top against Pakistan bowlers, England batters. That's what I think.
Good. I agree.
And also, I would like to see, I've said it a million times, Yorkers. Right time, right moment, right ball, Yorkers. Especially with the quick bowlers. This half-track slow.
It's weird because the game's still half an hour away.
4 o'clock.
They have a lot of ceremony, I think.
Yeah, they have to do all the national anthems and all that.
National anthems carry on. They'll be all happening.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so you're predicting England to win by how much?
No, I'm not predicting England will win. I'm predicting, well, you know, I just got a gut feeling. I've got a gut feeling that the way Pakistan have come through, okay, South Africa lost against Holland. I mean, that's a shocker. Why they batted first, I'll never know. Nonetheless, Pakistan have gained momentum. England have always played well. I think New Zealand peaked early, but England's got a very good batting lineup. I think the bowlers have bowled crap to them. My prediction, I'll tell you between me and you, Pakistan. How's that grab you? As an Englishman who played for England.
And we should mention about David English too. Has passed. Is very
absolutely, yeah. He is an absolutely brilliant man. He was the godfather of cricket, club cricket. He got a lot of guys into the England team, and he did so much for so many people. from a man who managed the great Eric Clapton, the Bee Gees. I've known him for over 30 years. He had a heart attack and obviously didn't recover. But he'll never be forgotten. He is Mr. Cricket. You know, you have lashings in England and you have a lot of charity games around the world. He was the original. He could phone Eric Clapton up. He could phone Daniel Craig. He could phone Mick Jagger. He could phone anybody up. Viv Richards, Sachin, you name it. I've got this game on. In 2 weeks' time at this place, you're in England. You're going to be here. Could you be there? Can you make it? Yes. Very, very, very rarely let down. Such a great, great man. He raised tens of millions of pounds for kids, hospitals, charities for kids. Done a lot. I spoke to him once. He called me when I was playing for Leicester and England. He said, Al, I've heard on the grapevine that you're not happy with your cricket boots. I said, no, I'm trying to find a decent pair. He said, what are you wearing? I said, well, I've got these Nike ones, but they've got a new model out. And I like the Asics ones, but I'm trying to find my size. He said, let me have a look in my loft. Went to his loft, found a pair and posted them to me. Now, that's the sort of guy he was. Really, really nice man.
Well said. Well said. All right, Al, I'm going to let you go early because I want to watch this go in my seat.
Go and enjoy your day. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you at the stumps.
All right, Alan. Spider, you
take care, buddy.
Right?
Have a great one.
Ciao. Thanks again. Ciao.
Ciao, mate. Ciao.
All right, so I'm going to head off now, guys. We've got about another half an hour before the match. I've been on already for an hour and a quarter. Richard Vernon and Munchie both make comments. Munchie said Australia needs to look next new guard. Certainly do pretty bloody quickly from 2020. Lovely tribute from Malin. It was a lovely tribute from Malin. And David English was an amazing man. And it's a pity that he had to leave this with a year of departures. And I'm talking about Shane Warne, Andrew Simons, even back to Dean Jones, and to David English, a whole succession of people that have actually had to leave their shores, including my own mother, which has been very sad for me, but I'm afraid that's part of life and I have to deal with it, and I'm trying to do the best I can. Thanks to Alan and his mum, they've been great for me. Buria and Tabash, they've all been great to help me get through this period. So I want to thank you all. It's been a great World Cup. We'll talk after the match, but it's been a wonderful World Cup. I'm very, very much proud to be a part of this group of people, namely the Burias, the Tabashas, the Amits, the Sanjays, all been fantastic. The Hanas, the Rapakshis, all been wonderful. And now, of course, with Alan, Tony Rose, Jeff Thompson has been a part of it, Doug Walters, Neil Harvey, the list goes on. We also have Richard Vernon, and we're going to have Chris next week, Munchie. It's been wonderful. And also Moses Shake's been fantastic, David Graveney's been fantastic. All been contributors to this program. I'm very proud of us all. We've had a great 2 to 3 weeks, and hopefully we'll see a lot more going on. We've got a magnificent final about to hit the deck between Pakistan and England. I'm saying again, we'll see Pakistan. My heart is there for Pakistan, head for England. England winning the toss. I'm afraid that's just put it very much one-sided. England will win the toss now. Won the toss and will bowl. Put the pressure on the Pakistan back, trying to restrict them, and then coast home. That's the way they're going to play this game. All right, so wonderful, guys. So thank you again for everything to the program. We've got about another, I think it's another 20 minutes. Let's have a quick look. We've got another 26 minutes before the actual match starts. But we'll have national anthems and everything else carrying on now. Pretty sure it's not going to end right away. So, I think David Graven is not here. I don't know what David Graven is. Is he not? No, he's not awake. He's pretty about that. So we'll get him after the show. All right. So we have to try and work out what to do in this situation. Enjoy, guys. Enjoy the World Cup final. Good luck to Pakistan and also England. They've deservedly gone through. Pakistan not even contemplate making semi-finals now through the final. England were always there or thereabouts. India certainly would have been, but they didn't make it. New Zealand didn't make it either. And Australia were extremely disappointing, as we spoke before. South Africa out and out chokes, which is a horrible thing to say, but it's true. All right, guys, enjoy the day. I'll talk to you later. I'm here at the MCG. Talk to you soon. So don't forget to view, like, and share my posts, subscribe, hit the notification button for future reference. We're playing more of them, over 1,500, a number of them live. Ashford, so who am I supporting? I'm supporting. My heart says Pakistan, my head says England. England's probably going. Are you going to watch them? I'm there right now. I'm right here at the game. See each other very soon. Take care.